Well? I'm waiting for your answer. Or should I say your excuse?
I can't believe Alan called you about such a foolish thing. I explained to him that Henry and Vanessa owed me money for when I worked for them. And when I called, Vanessa said she was going to be at Cedars.
I don't think I said Alan called, did I? Joe, if you're going to make up an excuse, it's got to be a lot better than that. You see, if two people who aren't on good terms with each other owe each other money, they usually turn to the U.S. mails as a means of delivering it. Why should Vanessa meet with you in person if you two are as angry with each other as you'd have me believe?
If this is going to be a third degree, Diane, I don't like it.
I don't care if you like it or not. I can't afford to have people in my life at this point that I can't trust.
Oh, come on, Diane. You know you can trust me.
Oh, no, I can't. Not if you and the Chamberlains are playing some kind of a game. And I think that's what's going on here.
Oh, no, that's crazy.
Is it? Things are going too well for me right now to take chances with someone who specializes in double-crossing the people that he works for and supposedly
wait a minute. Now, before you go on any further, we may both start saying things that we regret and can't take back. Besides, if you didn't trust me, you would never have told me about those letters that Henry Chamberlain wrote to Alan's father about Henry's son that he had by his ex-secretary? Huh?
Oh, Joe, you are so wrong. You see, I shared that information with you because I was trying to test you. See, I haven't been too sure of you ever since you became so eager to make up with me after that very bitter parting we had. You remember? When you said all of those ugly things to me? So I showed you those letters of Henry's for a very specific reason. To see if you would go to Henry with the information. I was testing you, Mr. Bradley.
Why are you suspicious of me after all this time,
Well, let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, early in the morning in Diane's apartment, you were out here, and I was in the bedroom on the telephone talking to Alan. And when I came out, you said that you'd been out here happily drinking the fresh coffee that I had just made. And then you went in to take a shower. And I accidentally picked up your cup. It was filled to the brim with ice-cold coffee. So I went over to the coffee pot to check it. It was hot, and nothing had been poured out of it. Interesting, Later on, I discovered that the things in my closet had been moved around a little bit. And you are the only person who could have moved them around because I am very careful to keep that closet door locked at all times. So when I put Henry's letters away the other day, I deliberately let you see where I keep the keys to the closet. There is an alarm device on that desk drawer now. And I keep expecting to hear it go off every time I leave the room and leave you alone in here.
You haven't heard it. You aren't going to hear it. I don't care where you keep your keys, and I don't give a damn what you got in your closet.
Whoa, those slippery, almost sincere-sounding phrases, Joe, they might be enough to convince Henry and Vanessa. But I am twice as smart as both of them put together, and don't you forget it.
Whoa, wait, now, just hold it 1 second here, all right? Let's take this way back. Let's take it back to the beginning, all right? You seem to be forgetting just how terrific we are when we're...
Pretending that you still turn me on was probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life.
Yeah? Well, it's been none too easy for me either, lady, because I know you got to pretend you're with Alan in order for you to make it with any man.
Get out of here!
Oh, I think you need to be taught a lesson, lady, and I'm just the guy to do it.
Get out! Get out! Go back to the Chamberlains! I hate you! I hate the sight of you!
You're gonna be sorry for this, Diane, because I'm gonna take care of this personally. It's the last thing I ever do.
I thought all the pacing was over the night that Hope gave birth to that beautiful son.
Well, I just got some things on my mind, that's all.
Well, I saw Trish when she was making an appointment with Dr. McIntyre. She said divorce went smoothly and relatively painlessly, thanks to you.
Well, you had an understanding, Judge. Hello, Katie.
Hi. Listen, could I help you pack out any of the flowers and anything by getting a carton?
Yes, that'd be a great help. Thank you.
Great, okay.
Hope's still talking to Dr. Sedgwick, so I thought I'd come back.
You had a phone call while you were gone. It's from your club. The guy calling thought I was you. He said he couldn't explain who had been in your room.
I'm very concerned about that. Obviously, it means that someone broke in.
He said you had some phone messages. All of them were local, except one was marked urgent. From Rita.
I knew it was a mistake to go to Diane's, but I felt I had to.
Jackie, I'm sorry that it was such an unpleasant experience for you.
It had to be one of the worst of my entire life. I don't think I've ever seen such a ruthless, calculating human being. I can't even begin to explain the feelings I felt when I was trying to reason with her, Sarah. But I was terrified by them.
I know how frustrating it can be when you're trying to protect someone and nobody will listen.
I'm horrified saying this. But when I looked into Diane's eyes at one point, and I saw the total lack of compassion, I wanted to hurt her. That's why I left when I did, Sarah, because those feelings are getting out of control.
Jackie, what are you saying?
I'm saying I felt like striking her and really hurting her. Like killing her.
And now, the award-winning Guiding Light. This portion is presented by Sure Antiperspirants in 3 convenient forms. They'll help keep you dry all day. And by Bounce, it gets clothes soft, free of static cling, and gives them long-lasting freshness.
Mike, I'm being honest with you when I say I don't know what that message from Rita is about.
You know, Alan, sometimes it seems to me that honesty just doesn't seem to fit you. I've asked you time and time again about your relationship with Rita, and you said it was over when you were in Jamaica, and I found out you were lying to me.
Look, I have no idea why she refuses to tell Eve or Ed or anyone else where she's living now. I told her I don't like being in the middle of this, but she begged me, and I couldn't refuse
You know,
her.
I see signs of the same dishonesty come in your relationship with my daughter. I don't know if you know this or not, but I had a long talk with Hope, and I told her I was not going to interfere in her decision to make a go of her marriage again. Now, I hope you realize that was not easy for me to do, because I don't like to stand there and see my daughter get hurt again.
If I'm lucky enough to have a second chance with Hope, I won't do anything to hurt her. I know now that she's the most important thing in the world to me.
I think you believe that. But I also think your life has been so complicated. Before you met my daughter, it wouldn't be easy for you to just make some kind of a dramatic turnaround overnight.
I'm going to try.
And Diane Ballard's a perfect example of what I'm talking about.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that you and Diane were lovers when you were married to Elizabeth, and probably when you were married to Jackie, and then I find that you spent the whole night with her in her apartment just the other day.
I explained that to Hope. I told her there was nothing between me and Diane except a good professional relationship, and Hope believed me.
Well, it's a perfect example of what I mean when you're talking about change. And also there's a matter of Roger Thorpe, and how involved you were in that escape from Puerto Rico and that whole reign of terror that followed that.
I don't suppose there's any point in my denying that again.
No, but those are the things going to haunt you, Al, and they're going to hurt my daughter.
Well, I'm all checked out, and Alan Michael is all smiles this morning, almost as if he knew he was going home. And I've got him dressed in the beautiful clothes you brought for him, and Dr. Sedgwick said I could leave any time.
Oh, I thought you couldn't leave till 11.
No, isn't that great?
That's great.
And I cannot wait to get out of this hospital room.
I can imagine.
Here we go. Oh, Hope, would you like me to help you pack out some of the flowers?
Oh, you know, Katie, I would really love it, but I do want to take Alan Michael home now as soon as possible.
Oh. No, go ahead. I'll drop him off.
Oh, Dad, thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Bye, Katie.
Thank you, Katie.
It was one of the happiest times in the hospital watching 2 new parents leave with their first baby. You know, I'll just bet that little Alan Michael is going to be the one that'll help those two work out whatever problems are between them.
Maybe.
Oh, thank you. I knew I could talk to you about this, Sarah, because Elizabeth told me you know that Phillip isn't Alan's or her natural son.
Yes, Jackie, I do know that. It's just, I can't figure out how Diane would have found out about it, or for that matter, why she would use the information.
Greed. Greed is the driving force in Diane's life. It always has been. And with Amanda, and still in the throes of an emotional breakdown, and with Alan Michael, just a baby with years ahead of him before he can take over any interest in Alan's company, Diane thinks she can remove one threat to her desire for control of the company by having Phillip eliminated from his third of Alan's holdings.
I just wonder if Alan should be warned about what Diane is doing.
No, there are strong reasons for not bringing Alan into this. If we did, Diane might just go ahead with her threat just out of spite. Now, I think that it would be disastrous for Phillip to find out the truth at this point. And Diane is using that to enforce her threat.
I'm sorry, that's my next patient. Jackie, I think that you ought to let Justin handle things from now on, since just seeing Diane seems to raise such destructive feelings in you.
I will. I'll talk all of this over when Justin gets home this evening. I'll talk it over with him. Sarah, I know Justin's going to be very angry with me for going to see her in the first place. Anyway, thank you for seeing me, Sarah. It's helped.
Good, I hope so. And I'm here if you need to talk to me anymore.
I know.
Patient's protective instincts for Phillip sponsor almost pathological emotional responses to Diane Ballard's threat. Patient admits to feeling a need to cause physical harm, which frightens patient.
Hi, it's good to see you.
Oh.
I was worried about you since you called me at Carrie's this morning.
Oh, I'm sorry now that I did that. I feel a lot better now after talking things through with Sarah.
Good.
Can we talk for a minute?
Yes, of course. Sit down.
I know you're going to dislike hearing this, but I went to Diane's apartment this morning to see her, to try to reason with her.
Yeah. I had a feeling that's what you meant when you told me on the phone that you may have done something to make Diane even more vindictive. Jackie, I'm sorry you subjected yourself to that. I mean, I know what it's like. I have tried to reason with Diane. It just does not work.
She really is inflexible about this.
I really feel terrible about putting you and Justin through all of this simply because of my stupidity.
Ross, I don't know what else Diane is holding over your head, but I can assure you that Diane would have come to Justin and me on her own if she hadn't been able to use you as a go-between. Her need for control of that company is more obvious and sick than ever. And she'll stop at nothing, literally.
I know that. You're very right.
I'm also very concerned about Hope. Diane would do anything to get Alan back in her clutches. Somehow, Alan and that company are all tied together somehow. She's capable of anything.
Jackie, I don't want you to worry about this. I am going to find a way to stop Diane.
That's what Justin keeps telling me, but we're running out of time. And after my little talk with Diane this morning, I know for certain she'll go through with her threat and probably revel in it.